Hey everybody, this is Tia DeShay. I am Tia DeShay. I write now so others can remember later. I produce Purpose from Chaos, and I am a spiritual teacher for social, generational, and personal change. It is my intention on this channel to fulfill the scriptural mandate of Jeremiah 1:9. Then the Lord reached out his hand and touched my mouth and said to me, I have put my words in your mouth. In Revelation 10:11, then I was told, you must prophesy again about many peoples, nations, languages, and kings. You can visit my website for a spiritual consultation, whether it is personal, business, or educational related, at www.tiadeshay.com. That's www.tiadeshay.com. Also, you can email me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns at tiadeshay@yahoo.com. And Tia DeShay is an agent of Tia DeShay LLC, a for-profit Michigan limited liability company. This company does not offer medical, psychological, legal, or financial services of any kind. Tia DeShay LLC maintains this channel exclusively for informational and educational purposes. The content of Tia DeShay LLC on this channel is protected by applicable copyright laws. Services provided by Tia DeShay LLC are for entertainment, spiritual, and educational purposes only. Here's some things about this channel. In my mirrored moments, I realize that I am not a sinner in the hands of an angry God, but loved deeply by the Word, who is the beginning and who chose to become flesh, and that flesh is me. I am so heavily protected that my ancestors make 3 a.m. house calls, my personal first responders. Whenever I act brand new and start to misrepresent my divinity, I remember it was written in my book of life, Psalms 91, Jeremiah 1:9, and Revelation 10:11. I am fiercely, unequivocally, unconditionally loved by the Creator. Mirrored moments. The word mirrored means something that faithfully reflects or gives a true picture of something else. So on this channel, I will give information, or I will give downloads that I am most confident faithfully reflects the messages from God, Mother, Father, God, my higher self. And so that's why I call this channel Mirrored Moments with Tia DeShay, because it is a reflection of the conversations, the dialogue that I have between God, Goddess, Mother, Father, God, the great I am, and myself. All right, so now that is all out of the way, all the legal stuff, let me get into what I believe that I've been led to say. So this particular audio or video is really an audio, because you don't see me, but you hear my voice. So this particular audio message is, I would say, you could say prophetic, or just what I have received to share. And if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it don't, then it doesn't, and that's what it is. So basically, what I have been receiving is that we are coming into a time where we need to be prepared as far as finances, as far as our places, or where we are living, where we choose to live, our homes, that we need to start preparing. And it's not in the sense of, oh, a zombie apocalypse That's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is that what is to come, all of the division that exists within or on this planet or within, or I'm going to say specifically for Black people, because I truly believe that that's who I'm called for, Black people. So this message is specifically tailored for Black people. That what I've been receiving is that it's time to get our living arrangements in order. It's time to get our finances in order. And it's time to start taking care of our immediate surroundings. What has been going on with Black people is that I've noticed this like on social media, where we're so concerned. Black people are so concerned with defunding the police and Black Lives Matter, but yet they don't tend to their own home. That if I was to go into your home today, is your home clean? Is your home in order? Is your finances in order? Yet you're worried about something that is happening, and that's happening, 200 miles from you, or in a different state than you, or in a different country than you, but you don't even have your immediate surroundings in order. You don't even look out for yourself. The same energy that you're directing toward a movement or a person, you don't even direct that same energy towards yourself or toward the people in your immediate household. And we're coming into a time where it's time to start directing that energy toward you. Do you even check up on your mother? Do you even check up on your father? Do you check up on your grandma? Do you check up on your sister? And I'm not saying that you have to have, la la land, frolic through the roses relationships with these people. If that's not where it's at. But what I'm saying is that you at least know that they're alive. You at least, you at least can articulate their general well-being. If it's on that level. I'm not saying like if you're working through trauma or if you're working through hurt with your particular immediate family members, that's different. You're working through that. But I've noticed that Black people are so concerned about people who they will never meet. They're involved in movements that really is doing nothing for them in their personal lives. They put so much energy into that, into other people's issues and other people's concerns and other people's drama, that you're not even taking care of home. You haven't even directed your energy and your focus towards your own dramas and healing yourself. And we're getting to that time where we're coming to a time where if you don't start doing that and start focusing on you and getting your life in order, you're going to really wish you had it. Because it's time out worrying about events and people and places and organizations that don't even concern you. Because those same organizations and people and places, when things go on in your life right now, are not there for you. But yet you put so much emphasis and focus on, rallying and protesting, but your house is falling apart. You popping off at your job because you haven't healed issues, within your bloodline or within your immediate family. Your house is in disarray. It's junky. It's unorganized. You haven't cleaned it and attended to it in Lord knows when. But you so busy, talking about reparations and Hebrew, who's a Hebrew Israelite and who isn't, and what's a high value man and what's a high value woman, but your life, your immediate life, the moment that you're living in right now is not even in order. And like I said, we're coming into a time where you're going to really wish you had not involved yourself in things that don't even concern you, with people who don't even know you exist, and you should have taken that time to get your stuff in order. So that's number one. So number one is getting your house in order. Just cleaning your house, throwing away things that you don't need anymore, repairing to the best of your ability your immediate relationships, checking up on the people in your immediate family, making, assessing and assessing and evaluating where you are in your life. Have you reached your goals that you wanted to reach? Have you even written down any goals that you wanted to accomplish? What are your financial goals? What are your personal goals? What are your relationship goals? What are your spiritual goals? What are your educational goals? Like, taking that focus and putting it inward versus outward. Next, your living arrangement. I've been receiving messages like, and I'm not saying to go out and mortgage a home, but there are so many in every major city where Black people live. There are communities with abandoned homes, homes that went into foreclosure. Many cities where there are a high population of Black people experience what I would call loosely Black flight, where they just left the homes because they believed the seeds that was planted in their head about being afraid of living next door to another Black person, and crime is going up, and it's better to go live out in the suburbs. And so you went and did that. And then the very people who planted that idea in your mind about how you shouldn't live next to somebody that looked like you, and to fear somebody that looks like you and go live out in the suburbs, they got you to leave, and then they came back and they came in and took that very same house for cheap. And now they're redeveloping it, and we call it gentrification. And so now you're living out in an environment where people don't even like you. They don't even like you and don't even want you out there living in their community. And then when you try to come back to your community, you can't, because it's just exorbitantly high rent. But even with that, there are still houses in the community where they went into foreclosure and they're vacant. This is an opportunity, with all of the money that went through a lot of Black people's hands during the past 15 months, through PPP money and unemployment money and stimulus money. You could have taken those same homes that went into foreclosure that are vacant, and you could have renovated those homes and got out of the rat race with rent. Because that's going to be so important. So important. Not having to pay rent and having houses versus living in an apartment is going to be so crucial during this time period, because when things start to really hit the fan, or events start to gain momentum, living in an apartment will be like living in the projects. And the mentality that will overcome people in apartments will be something that you've never witnessed before. And it does not matter if you live in an apartment, whether it's in the inner city or way out on Lakeshore Drive or somewhere in the suburbs. It's not going to matter. If you live in a condominium or a townhouse, it's not going to matter. What is to come is, if living in those type of environments, it will transform. The energy will shift into a project mentality. It is best to live in homes. It is best to live in homes what is to come, living in a home will be the best option for you. And like I said, I'm not saying to go out and go mortgage a home. There are so many homes in these communities, like I said, that have been foreclosed on. And that you can get for cheap. And you can fix the home up and not have to worry about a rent or mortgage payment. And you're just paying the taxes or the property taxes on the home. Because living in an apartment, living in any setting that is an apartment-like setting is not going to be a good look. And if that is your only option, or you're just not able to move, definitely, even if you're in an apartment or in a home or wherever, definitely it's time to get insurance. You should not be living in an apartment or a home and you're not insured. That is going to be crucial. It is time to get insurance, whether it's renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance. You need to be insured. That's going to be very crucial moving forward. And even if you cannot at the time move from an apartment or townhouse or condo, then definitely find someone. It's time to start developing your community of people where, if need be, you're able to go into a home. If need be, you know that it's someone within your community or tribe that you can call and they have a home, and you are more than welcome, because that is what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at moving forward in the near future. And this isn't about, I want to make this very clear, this isn't about real estate as far as portfolios and assets. That's important, but owning a home or being in a home that's not what I'm saying this for. It is really about an energy, and encapsulating a certain energy, and being in a, if lack of better words, a safer environment than living in a setting such as a condo, a high-rise, an apartment building, townhouses, things of that nature. It's not about portfolio and assets. It's about safety and community. So that part. Also, if you are living in a home, it really is time to secure the home. Obviously, cameras. Obviously, at night, making sure your property is lit up, is bright. Having enough lighting, security lighting, on your home. It may be a good idea to invest in. I know people who live in communities where hurricanes, they have roll down shutters over their windows to lessen the impact of the winds of the hurricane. If you don't live in a community or in a city or a state where it's hurricane prone, you should think about investing in roll down shutters for your windows and your doors for added sense of security. So if you have to maybe leave the house for whatever reason, that it's protected. That's going to be crucial. Like, yes, the alarm systems, yes, your security cameras, yes, your security lighting, but it's going to be, you're going to have to up your ante as far as security in your home, and think about investing in roll down shutters, at least, depending on the level of your home. If it's a 2-level home, at least secure, the windows and doors on the first level. Or if you have a ranch style home, obviously look into how much it will cost to secure all of your windows and doors in a ranch style home, because that's going to be important. If you need to leave the home and secure it while you're away. Also, it may be a very good idea. A lot of people are transforming school buses into homes. A lot of people are living out of RVs in order to save money, to get out of the rat race of mortgage payments and rent, and they're living out of RVs in order to travel more. They're living out of RVs in order to reduce debt, pay off their debt. That may be an option for you, is to, rent an RV. Not rent, excuse me, but to buy an RV, to rehab a bus. That may be an option for you, because the goal is to be able, when things start to pick up momentum, in a sense of where people are under, I'm hearing to say under a spell or under an energy of desperation, that you are securing your home, or you're able to ride off in your RV or your bus. Because I'm telling you, that is what is going to be needed. That is what's going to be crucial and important when people get into a mind state of desperation, to definitely be in a space where you're protected. It's easier to protect your home. It's easier to protect yourself if you're in a home versus living in an apartment. Because in an apartment, and you understand, because in an apartment, it's like people on the side of you, people above you, people below you, depending on where your apartment, depending on if your apartment is on the upper floor or not. You're going to have people living above you, below you, to the left of you, to the right of you. Whereas if you're in a home, it's easier to secure that location. That's really what's coming to me, is to really secure your location in your home. Like I said, alarms, security lights, security cameras, roll down shutters, things of that nature. Also, insurance, insure your home, that in case of a loss, you're insured. It will also be wise, if possible, to have more than one home. Like I said, there's so many houses in so many of our neighborhoods that have went into foreclosure, that are vacant, and that are being sold at auction for cheap prices, that you can afford now to have more than one home. Have more than one home. Also, the last thing to say is protect your space. What I gave is protecting your space on a physical level. But what I'm about to say next is protecting it on a spiritual level. And also, let me say, on a physical level, if you are able, get you a gun. Get you a CPL. At this point in time, if you are able to obtain your concealed pistol license, it is no reason why you shouldn't have one. This is 2021, and if you are legally able to carry a gun, it's no reason why you should not have your CPL. If it is more than one adult in the house, it is no reason why every single adult, if they are able to legally obtain a CPL, should not have one and have a gun. It's no reason. 2021 is no reason for that not to take place in your home. And you can even, in some states, I know here in Michigan, you can have a gun and keep it in your home and not legally, and not have a CPL. But if you are legally able to obtain a CPL, I suggest you get it, and encourage your family members to get it and to go to the gun range and practice. Now, on a spiritual level, it is time. Start doing your research to protect your home spiritually. It is time to protect your home spiritually. My home is heavily protected spiritually. Heavily protected. I have listened to my intuition. I've listened to Mother, Father, God, my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides, and whatever they have told me to do in order to protect my home, I have done it. And it is up to you to tap into your intuition, your higher self, to divine presence, and you ask how you are to protect your home and your family on a spiritual level. Because what we're getting into, or what is approaching, fastly approaching, is that before people are deterred from causing your place of residence or your home danger on a physical level, yeah, they may see the cameras, they may hear the alarm, they may see the lights, but it's going to be spiritual first. Spiritually, they will be deterred from your home first before they are deterred from your home or place of residence physically. Because we're spirit first. And you need to protect it on a spiritual level first, because that is how they're going to identify the entities that will place themselves in human bodies and all of that. That is how they're going to be able to bypass your house. Like, for instance, in the Bible, I interpret the Bible as a metaphysical book. So a perfect example, and it's like the Bible already foretold this, when the children of Israel, when they were told to put blood on the doorposts of their house, and the angel of death saw the blood and went past their house. Well, that is what we're coming to. That if you don't have the signs or the symbols or the protection in the spiritual realm, then then you open yourself up to attack, because the entities, the dark forces, the dark entities, the negative energy, that's how they operate first and foremost in the spirit realm. So if they don't, quote unquote, see that blood on your doorpost, then to them, it's open season. You're an open target. Now, if you got the physical, the physical deterrence, then you got that protection. But in order to even stop them from, to just stop it altogether, I'll put it that way, you got to start in the spirit realm first. So you need to protect your home spiritually, because dark forces, negative energies, negative entities know whose homes are protected and whose homes are not. They can see the white light over your home. They can see the angels over your home. They can see the words spoken over your home. The words spoken over your home form a force field, a shield of protection. They can see all of that, to the point that they'll just walk on by. Won't even try it. So that is the third thing. You really need to protect your home spiritually. That's why it's so important. You need to clean your home spiritually. Research it. Find out what kind of herbs, what kind of oils, what kind of floor washes that you need to start using to clean your home from top to bottom, the outside of your home, all of that. Because that is going to be key in protecting you from what is to come. So I gave you 3 things. One, you really need to start focusing on yourself and your immediate community. All of the energy that you're focusing outside of yourself to people and organizations that really don't have your best interests, that really it's really not helping you. That energy you need to direct toward you and your community, whoever that community of people are. 2, your place of residence. If at all possible, you need to get away from living in an apartment, condo, townhouse type of setting. And really get into a home. Clear out your debt. Get out of the rat race of paying a mortgage, paying rent. If you can get an RV. You can renovate a bus and have a mobile home, because that's very popular. You can even go and build you a little tiny home. Whatever you're being led to do, do it. I can guarantee you that many people are being led, if you're living in an apartment or condo or townhouse, and you just don't know. You don't even understand why you're doing it. But you just being led to, I got to get out of here. I need to get my own space. I need to get a house or like I said, buy an RV or renovate a bus. But you've been feeling it. Or even if you're living in a house right now, you might be feeling like, I just need to get a house where there's nobody around. My neighbor is like 2-3 miles away from me. Like, people are getting this pull of really separating themselves as far as their living environment, and deciding and choosing who they want to be in their community. So that part. And then the part of physically protecting your home. And then physically is like I said, if you don't already have one, obtaining your CPL license, security door, roll down shutters, alarms, security cameras, having your home lit up, at night, things like that. And then the last thing is definitely cleaning your space and even cleaning yourself spiritually. Start taking more spiritual baths, cleaning out your energy, cleaning your home, protecting your home spiritually, because what is to come, the attacks will be spiritual first before they are physical. They will be spiritual first. The attacks will be spiritual first before they are physical. So it'll be important for you to definitely protect your home on a spiritual level, because the goal is for these negative entities to walk right past, as if your home is not even there, as if it doesn't even exist, because it will be spiritual first before it is physical. So those are the things that I was led to share. And yeah, that's it. Those were the things that I was led to share. So this has been another mirrored moment with Tia DeShay. You can subscribe. And until next time, remember. Pay attention to what you don't see, because it's what you don't see that will help you make sense of what you are seeing. So until next time, I'll talk to you later. This is Tia DeShay.